Alright, hey guys. Hope you all can hear me okay. I'm Mike, or Sior on Lusternia. I'm senior programmer. I'm just going to give a brief overview of who I am and what I've been doing. I started off playing Lusternia back in 2006, and from a player I got really into combat, coding, that sort of thing. And then I decided I wanted to start programming for Lusternia. So I started as a volunteer programmer, and then it was a few years ago that I became hired as not steward back then, but I became a programmer for Lusternia um, employee. So since then, my main duties have been working with envoy reports, fixing bugs, that sort of thing, and it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy like going in deep into the code. There's a problem that's really unexplained, like something really random is happening at a certain point, and figuring out like where in there is causing the problem. So that's who I am. And someone asked on forums the average day in the life of a coder. The average day in the life of a coder is I could be coding at 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. and if I have a special project, I'll be working on that. Otherwise, there's a lot of bugs that crop up, and I've been fixing those. So you can do it anywhere. You can program on a plane, you can program on a bus, you can program around the house, you can do it anywhere just fine. I've done all of those. I've definitely got a lot of programming done on planes and buses. First aid was almost entirely coded on planes and buses, which is kind of cool actually. Alright, I also want to talk about the envoy report process because a lot of players who aren't envoys aren't really too familiar with that. But before I do, I want to make some special announcements. Some really important special announcements. If you guys want to do a drum roll, back there. I want to announce that on October 4th, we're going to be having, or that weekend, we have the official anniversary for Lusternia, which means some awesome events with some awesome prizes. There should be a tournament, several different tournaments, competitions, and a lot of games during that weekend. I love the anniversary time. It's my favorite weekend of the year for Lusternia. That includes another battle chess game between the organizations. So that means the chessboard might be moving soon, guys. And if you don't know about the chessboard gives full willpower and endurance regeneration. I believe it's once per day or once per month. So it's going to be moving soon. I believe it's Glomdring that has it right now. Sorry, guys. But there will be a competition. You guys can retain the title if you can prove your worth in battle chess. So we'll see how that works out. So there's going to be a lot of events. It'll be good. Also, in the month of October, as my own special project, we're going to be reviewing races. So we're going to be looking into racial imbalances, certain races being underused, like maybe buffing them a little bit so they're more used by the community. Problems like that. Maybe looking into racial resistances, vulnerabilities, things like that. We're definitely going to have a thread on the forum so people can post their comments. Envoys are going to be involved. But by the end of it, hopefully, people will be more satisfied with the racial choices we have on Lusternia. So that's what's coming in October. And that will be, so I mean, racial skills like Empyrean has. We're not having stat packs, but we're going to be looking at the race stats. So maybe, I don't know, maybe Furrican need an extra stat point in intelligence or something. I don't know. That sort of thing. Racial emotes. I know nothing about racial emotes, actually. But if you have ideas, feel free to post them. And we love getting emote submissions. I know there's a thread on the forums for that. And, emotes are great. We have a lot of them. So, Sisson getting night sight? I'm not sure what that is. You mean skills at 125, 50, 75? Oh, you mean racial skills. If you have suggestions for that, you can definitely add them, because they add like a lot of flavor. The Dreknari can like fire at people. Yeah, if you have suggestions, post them in the forum, and we can look into that. We can look into adding that. Okay, so that's that. I guess let me talk about envoy reports now. Every month we have, I think it's averaging around 20 submissions from the envoys. And those who don't know what the envoys are, they are special representatives from each guild that work with us to submit monthly reports about game balance. So they submit one report per month about a skill. So it could be like, I'm going to say True Heal because I know you guys love True Heal or Choke. Let's say Choke. Choke is overpowered for X, Y, and Z. Choke should be fixed. Uh, this got submitted about a month ago with a varying suggestion, but we are looking into it. It was approved, but we're not exactly sure what path we're going to take yet. It is on the table though. Choke is being looked at. Don't worry, guys. It's on it. Every 2 months it gets submitted. No, it's every month. It does get delayed sometimes where there's a process. So once the players submit it, at the end of the month it rolls over, and we as administrators look it over. We review it amongst ourselves, and then from there the coding process starts. So right now we're in the phase of the administrators are still commenting on the reports, and then once everything's done, it'll be approved, rejected, whatever happens each individual report. That choke gets submitted every. Oh yeah, of course, choke gets submitted every 2 months. It used to be True Heal, now it's choke. I haven't heard about True Heal in a while. Now we need our Nazis and Lich, and you won the ustream. Yeah, let's talk about Lich and all those fun things. But yeah, choke will be looked at soon. True Heal and what's a power bard? I don't know what a power bard is. Yeah, True Heal and power barbs. I know what problem you're talking about, but that is sort of the downside of using a 10 power ability when you have power barbs. It's if you know that you have the affliction, you could just prevent your system from kicking in, because if you're going to die anyway, you're going to die anyway. But if you have suggestions, bring them to your local envoy and maybe they can get looked at. That's the best way really to submit changes in game. Bring them to your envoy. Or threads and forums, or envoys, both of them. Okay, let me go through a few questions that people posted in the thread. People made requests for configuration, like enhance things for the prompt, for like balance alerts. The annoying thing about balance and equilibrium is because of the way time equalization works, it's not as accurate for us to display that kind of information. So as of right now, we're not going to do configure balance taken, but you should be able to, with your system itself, not server side but client side, figure out how much the balance is taking. I know I had code in three different clients that did that. So if you need the code client side, that's definitely around, but it's not very practical to do it server side at the moment with the way that our balance timing function works. I know they do it on Empyrean, I knew they do it on Atolia, but the other issue with that is there are times where in a different, the fractions of the second it ran were different for those, so the equalization functions are also different. We need more mounts. Yeah, we're not adding Centaur mounts. Sorry. And I believe Rourke explained why we don't have Centaur player races back if you look at the ustream that he did a few months ago. So, yeah, I don't know if I want to talk about mounting a Centaur right now. What about Halifax and Gaudigich mounts? I don't know about the mounts, but I might get an answer here in a second. I know nothing about the mounts. Someone also asked about what we do with ideas. Ideas do get looked at. Ideas are posted to, and they show up for us, so we can look through the ideas. We do review them every few months and implement ideas we like from that. The comments are right in that it's not as transparent as the bug system. One immediate thing that we did shortly after I became a god on Lusternia was we really added a lot of transparency to the bug system. It used to be that when you submitted a bug, it was like a black hole. You never saw it again. You didn't know if it got fixed, if it was not a bug, if it was just user error. You had no way of telling, and there was really no way of us giving feedback. So I really like what the bug system is like right now. I don't know if there's something similar that people have suggestions like for ideas, because it would be kind of overkill for us to just respond to every player idea. I think the best place for that is on forums where other players can respond to that. It does auto-resolve the bugs after, I believe it's 5 or 6 months. It will automatically resolve the bug, because at that point some of them are already fixed. The problem with having a big bug queue, or having bugs from such a long time period, is a lot of these bugs are fixed by the time you go back and look. And unless you're on top of checking everyone's code changes and like really into that, it's hard to pick those out, but you do notice them. You got a bug report that came back as not bug and fixed it icily. Well, there you go.